Happy Halloween, trainers! We are just a few hours away from one of the best events in Pokemon Go. And actually, depending on your time zone and depending when you watch this, you might already be in the middle of Halloween Part 2. We're going to have a bunch of awesome costumed Pokemon in the wild this whole week. That combined with the Catch Candy bonus and some Darkrai raids and even Gigantamax Gengar starting on Halloween later in the week, we have a pretty awesome week ahead. Before we get into it, let me know how you feel about Gigantamax. I went out for a few hours yesterday. We were able to complete 7 Gigantamax raids. We're in the suburbs, not a huge city, so I wish we could have done more than just 7, but once our group got down to around 10 people, we weren't able to complete the raids anymore, so we had to call it. So as I said, we did 7 raids. I got 3 Blastoise, 3 Charizard, and 1 Venusaur. None of them are very good stats though. So I'm going to go back out today and hopefully get 1 or more that are worth powering up. Everything you've probably read online or on social media is true. The Gigantamax raids are very difficult. Groups of 40 are failing. We were able to complete one with 12, but it did take a couple attempts and we had to coordinate who was guarding, who was healing, etc., etc. So yes, these are difficult, but I did still have a great time hanging out with the local community, and I'm excited to do it again today. Jumping ahead just a little bit to Halloween, on October 31st at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I will be live streaming from New York City Gigantamax Gengar raids. So I'm hoping to get a bunch more done in New York City as compared to the Philadelphia suburbs. I'd love to see you in chat. I will be live streaming here on YouTube, youtube.com/@DittoBase. I'll keep y'all up to date in the Discord and remind you about this live stream. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. We also have a bonus for costumed Pokemon on Halloween and Halloween only. They will have a small chance to give Rare Candy or Rare Candy XL. So Halloween is going to be a great day to catch grind if you're not able to do Gigantamax raids. So with that said, we definitely have an exciting week coming up. So let's take a look at what's going down in Pokemon Go from Monday, October 28th to Monday, November 4th. On Monday at 10 a.m. local time, we'll have 3 important events kicking off. The raids will rotate on Monday this week. So Darkrai is coming into 5-star raids and Mega Banette is coming into Mega raids. I posted our very first DittoBase raid boss infographic this morning on socials, Instagram, Blue Sky. We're on Blue Sky now, by the way, Threads, and even Twitter. So our deep dive raid guide top counter video for Darkrai and Mega Banette is not out yet. So we're going to use this infographic for now. Darkrai is a good dark type raid attacker. It's not the best dark type raid attacker. It is mythical, so you can't trade it. I do recommend doing at least 1 or 2 of these for your decks, but there are more accessible dark type raid attackers. So it's up to you to decide how you want to prioritize using your raid passes here. So we'll have both of those raids throughout the week, which is pretty cool. But the most exciting part about Monday is Halloween Part 2. All the bonuses from Halloween Part 1 are going to carry over. So that means double catch candy, increased chance for Candy XL, and increased chance for Zorua in the wild. But we're also going to have some awesome new stuff that features costumed spooky Pokemon. We're going to have some boosted shiny odds for certain Pokemon in raids. Gengar with the spooky festival costume, Umbreon just normal Umbreon, Drifblim wearing a Halloween mischief costume, Froakie wearing a Halloween costume, Rowlet wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume. These Pokemon will all be appearing in raids with boosted shiny odds. We will also have some boosted shiny odds for hatching eggs. Vulpix wearing a spooky festival costume, Pikachu wearing a witch hat. This is definitely the one I want the most. Froakie wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume and Rowlet wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume. These will all have boosted shiny odds from eggs. Some of the costumed Pokemon are brand new debuts. So Froakie with the witch hat and Rowlet with the costume are brand new costumed Pokemon never before seen in Pokemon Go. And you can evolve both of these Pokemon all the way to their final evolutions. So Frogadier, Greninja, Dartrix, and Decidueye will all be able to have the costume when you catch them and evolve them from their base evolutions. Let's take a look at the wild spawns for Halloween Part 2. Spooky Festival Vulpix, Shuppet, Halloween Piplup, Woobat, Zorua, Halloween costumed Froakie, which is a debut, Inkay, Phantump, Spooky Festival Pumpkaboo, and Halloween costume Rowlet, with the rare spawn being Witch Hat Pikachu. All of these wild spawns can be shiny, and there are a couple that do have some meta relevance. Shuppet, which evolves into Banette, does have a mega evolution that is a top ghost type raid attacker. Inkay, which evolves into Malamar, is ranked 11th overall according to pvpoke.com in terms of Great League overall rankings. So definitely a Pokemon you want to have for the Great League. And with Triple Catch Candy, this will be a great chance to stock up on candy and build yourself a Great League Malamar. Pumpkaboo is not meta relevant, but they are great for working on your tiny Pokemon collector and jumbo Pokemon collector medals. And remember, you do need 35 platinum medals to go from level 48 to 49. So even if you're not close to that level, definitely work on those medals now while you have a chance. Starting on Halloween, October 31st at 10 a.m. and running till November 3rd at 8 p.m. local time. So that's going to be Thursday to Sunday. We'll have Gigantamax Gengar in max battles. These will be difficult 6-star max battles, just like the Gigantamax debut with the Kanto starters that we had this weekend. We'll continue to have event-themed field research tasks. A lot of the same ones from part 1 will carry over into part 2, but we'll also get some encounters with the event-themed costumed Pokemon for part 2. So like Pikachu with the witch hat, etc. Definitely continue to go for the Spiritomb field research tasks. Shiny Spiritomb is a very rare Pokemon that you could probably trade for anything. Currently, the Spiritomb research task is the one that asks you to complete 3 raids. I assume that's going to stay the same as we rotate into part 2, but it's possible they change it. Completing 3 raids is pretty difficult, so hopefully they make it a little bit easier for part 2. We'll have to wait and see. On Tuesday, October 29th at 1 p.m. Pacific, the Go Battle League will rotate. We're going to have Great League, Ultra League, and Master League available. So no more special Halloween Cup. We'll have all 3 of the standard cups available, so you can pick and choose to play whichever one is most exciting for you, whichever one you have a team for. I am personally most excited for Great League. I've been working on my Great League team. I recently caught a rank 23 normal for Alligator. I'm also close to completing a Great League build for Toxapex. So yeah, I'm excited for Great League coming up this week. On Tuesday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, we'll have the Mystery Spotlight Hour, which is no longer a mystery. We now know that costumed Froakie and costumed Rowlet will be the featured Pokemon during the Spotlight Hour. Both of them will be spawning throughout the duration of the Spotlight Hour. The bonus for the Spotlight Hour is 2x Catch Candy, but we already have 2x Catch Candy going for the Halloween Part 2 event. So does that mean it's going to be 4x Catch Candy? I don't know. This bonus might not even apply at all here. We'll have to wait and see. I still think it's worth playing though, because you want to go for a shiny for these costumed Pokemon. So it's worth playing whether or not that bonus actually does anything, but we'll have to see. On Wednesday, October 30th from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, Darkrai will be featured in a raid hour. So on Halloween Eve from 6 to 7 p.m., your local time, Darkrai will be spawning in all gyms and it'll rotate every 30 minutes. So that means Darkrai will appear in raids for about 25 minutes, then there'll be a 5-minute turnover or downtime rest period, and then it'll spawn again in those gyms. So what I like to do is plan out a route that lasts about 30 minutes. If you have a medium-sized local group, you could get 4, 5, 6, even 7 raids done in those 30 minutes, and then you could just go do that route again, maybe in reverse order or something. If you're not able to make it out and you do want remote invites, hop in the Ditto-Base Discord at discord.gg/DittoBase. I've been making a thread every Wednesday for Raid Hour called Raid Hour with Ryan. Because I'm out doing these raids in person with a good sized group, we also have good sized lobbies. That means these raids are guaranteed wins. They're guaranteed to go down quickly, and I can fire off as many invites as you'd like. Thursday, October 31st, Halloween, at 10 a.m. local time, Gigantamax Gengar will start appearing in 6-star Gigantamax battles. This is the mystery event that's on the calendar that the official Pokémon GO Instagram account posted, and it will run until Sunday, November 3rd at 8 p.m. local time. So that'll be Thursday through the weekend, ending on Sunday evening, 8 p.m. local time. You'll be able to take on 6-star Gigantamax Gengar. Now that we know exactly how difficult these raids are, you can better prepare. Assuming they don't do any tuning of the raids between now and then, you're gonna need 15 plus trainers to take down Gigantamax Gengar. Gengar is weak to Psychic, Ghost, Dark, and Ground type moves. We don't have any Ground type moves at our disposal just yet, so I recommend a Metagross with Psychic type moves like Zen Headbutt, or even a Gengar because Gengar is Ghost, so it's weak to itself. And as a reminder, I will be traveling into New York City to live stream Gigantamax Gengar raids, so if you want to see how these raids go, tune into that live stream here on YouTube. I'll be going live around 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's pretty much it in terms of new events for this week. I guess, except for the weekend, we will have Shadow Suicune coming into the 5-star Shadow Legendary raids to the weekend, because this weekend will be the first weekend in November. So those 5-star Shadow weekend raids will rotate. So Shadow Suicune will be available. Shadow Suicune is really not that great of a Pokemon. I would recommend doing at least one if you can. Remember, they are local only, so no remotes, but at least one for your Shadow decks. They're not going to be that difficult to take down. I think 3 trainers, higher level trainers, should be able to take down Shadow Suicune. So if you're going to be out for Gigantamax Gengar anyway during the weekend and you happen upon a Shadow Suicune, you could do it. So let's prioritize a little bit the events this week. I do think y'all should be focusing on Halloween Part 2, catch grinding and shiny hunting. With the double or even triple catch candy, if you have the ticket and some good Pokemon in wild spawns, I think it's definitely important to be catching as much as you can this week. These costumed Pokemon are very good for trade bait, specifically the shiny ones. So my top focus this week is going to be shiny hunting and hatching those 7-kilometer eggs. I'm someone who loves doing raids, and I think raids are going to take a little bit of a backseat this week so I can focus on those shiny hunts. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do any raids. Remember, Darkrai is mythical. It cannot be traded. So what you get is what you get. There is no lucky swapping Darkrai. So I will be doing Darkrai raids, but I'm not going to be going as hard as I did for, say, Zacian. And then I would try and do at least a few Gigantamax Gengar raids if you have a community that allows you to do so. If you don't have a community that allows you to do so, I'm sorry. That stinks. I wish I could help you out. Because these can't be remoted, there's really nothing I can do. My recommendation is reach out on Campfire, look at Campfire, see if there's any meetups. Maybe consider driving 30 or 60 minutes, depending on how bad you want a Gigantamax Gengar. I do think doing these Gigantamax raids is worth your time if you can find a group. So good luck out there, trainers. I hope you have a happy Halloween. I hope to see you in the chat during my Halloween live stream. If you get any shinies, definitely let me know in the comments here or in the Discord. Take a screenshot, show it off. Definitely try and enjoy this week. Halloween is a great time in Pokemon Go. There aren't many events that really rival the Halloween in Pokemon Go. There are a few. We do have Wild Dairy coming up, which is going to be awesome. But have fun this week. Good luck on your shiny hunts, and we'll see you in the next video.